The tip is, what can you do as a new actor to improve your acting skills all by yourself? Improve your observation skills. And what that means is, you're going to watch people. You're going to see how they act. You're going to see how they move. You're going to see how they talk. And you're going to remember those things. Those observation skills are very important. You need to know what makes people real. You need to know how people move, how people talk. And these are different people. I don't mean people just like you. All different types of people. And you don't have to be, weird about it. When you're sitting in the park, you can watch the people as they walk by. When you're sitting in a restaurant, you listen, you can hear people's conversations. When you're sitting at home, you may be able to hear your next door neighbor talking in their yard. Observation skills of people are so important to an actor. That's where you build the ability to create different characters, by learning how people talk, learning how people interact, learning how people walk, how people respond to comments that people say to them. And you can learn all that from being in public. You can sit in the mall and you can watch many people walk by. You're sitting in the food court. You can hear people's conversations and listen to the details. Listen how people respond to each other, how they interact. Look at couples. See how they interact with each other. Different types of people. That's what I'm talking about. People similar to you can also be observed. It's going to be helpful. You see a guy that's about your age or a girl that's about your age and she's with a family. She's with her kids. Maybe he's with his kids. They're with the families together. Watch how they interact. See how they talk to each other. How do they respond? You are going to learn a lot by polishing your observation skills. You don't have to watch people for a long time, because people are being natural. People are being real. They're being who they are because that's what people do. Those skills will help you as an actor. No doubt. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. And I've been acting for over 34, 35 years now. Observation skills. Do some research online on how actors can improve their observation skills, and take that information and use it. Build from what you find that works for you, that will allow you to really do this, and start doing it. You don't have to prepare. You don't have to learn lines. You don't have to get a partner together. That's the beauty of working on your observation skills as an actor. And you can do it anytime, anywhere. You can do it in church. You can do it in the hospital. You can do it at the mall. You can do it in the park. You can do it wherever. You're walking in Target. You're walking in Walmart. You're walking in J.C. Penney's. You're walking in Macy's. Take a seat and observe people. See how they act. See how they interact with each other. See how they act alone. Observation skills are very important for an actor. That makes you real. That makes you dimensional. That makes you believable. You're not just standing there in the scene once you book a role, waiting to deliver your dialogue. You have a fully formed character. And those observation skills that you learn will be used to build those characters. Now, some won't be for every character, obviously. That's where you come in, and you pick and choose which ones fit the character, which ones fit the role. Combine elements of different ones. But observation skills are so important. You have to know what makes people real so that you can duplicate it when you're acting. Now, I know I talked a lot about on auditions where you are basically showing the best of yourself, but these observation skills are what you use when you book a role. Short film, feature film, student film, college play, on stage at your local church play. Observation skills will come in handy, and they definitely will come in handy on the audition, because you can use those to make that character more dimensional. Now, the character may be like you. Most of the time when you're cast in something or you're called to audition, even before you're cast, you're called to audition, there's something that's similar to you is why the casting person called you in. It might be the right age, it might be the right weight, it might be the right height, it might be the right ethnicity, whatever the reason that they feel they want to see you for this character. And sometimes they will call in some of everybody, which I hate. Why don't they make a decision on, narrow it down a bit before they start having auditions? But anyway, I don't get off on that sidetrack. But there's something about you that made them want to call you in, made them want to see you, made them want to be able to judge if you were right for the role. So your observation skills of people will come in there. Some of what you learn while you're observing people can be used in the audition. Whatever it is you learn, how people talk, how they interact with each other, how they respond when someone says something they don't like, how they respond when someone says something they do like. All age range you can watch. And all those skills, just stick them away in your memory banks. Stick those responses, those speech patterns, those looks, those smiles, those gestures that you learn from observing people. And again, this tip about observing people is something you can do at any time. You don't have to prepare for it. Whenever you're around and you see a group of people and they're walking by and they're near you, just take a peek at them, see how they're acting. That is something that is invaluable for an actor, to know how real people react in real situations so that you can duplicate it when you're in an imaginary circumstance and called to perform and bring a character to life. So take this seriously. This is a great tip. I just thought of it not too long ago, as a matter of fact. What am I going to talk about? I was making a list for a video I'm going to shoot later. But these observation skills really are important. And I think back on how many times I use them, especially when you're on jobs and they want you to improvise. And you have to think of something right on the spot. They want you to bring a character to life. They expect you to be able to do it because they hired you, they liked what you did, maybe in the audition, and they want you to do something totally different. So you have to have the ability to do that. That's part of the business. That's part of saying, yes, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actress. You have to be willing to improvise and use your imagination to bring a character to life. They may say, no, I don't like that part, but I do like the last part you did. Or try it this way. And you have to be able to pivot. You have to be able to pivot. You can't take direction. That's something I'm going to talk about later in another video. You can't take direction as an insult or a put down. That's part of this business. There's actors, there's directors, there's producers, there's cameramen, there's soundmen, there's lighting, there's hair, there's makeup. You're the actor. If a director asks you to make a change, you make the change. You don't completely throw out everything that you've worked on or everything about the character, but you take what the director gives you and you put that on top. That's the icing. And if they ask you to scrape that icing off, you scrape it off and you slap on some more icing. That's how this business works, and you need to understand that before you get on the set. You need to be accepting of the ability to make a change. But again, that's before my next video. Observing people. That's my tip for today. Do it. Do it. Go out on the internet, learn more about it. But the basics is watching people and remembering how they react. That's it. And you can do that anywhere, anytime, and it will help you be a better actor or actress. Okay, what I want to talk about real quick in this video about some of the artificial intelligence editing I've been doing. I started it off because I have had a lot of projects in development, and a lot of the actors and writers, and to be honest, I'm just going to be honest, a lot of them have been flaking out on me. So I've been having meetings with people, Zoom, in person, and we're making great plans of what we're going to do. But I started working with artificial intelligence, creating content. And I've created a series already. Tammy, the writer actress, you can find out on my channel. I've created another series that I just started called Sheila P. She's an actress. And notice the themes of these shows I'm creating are all around what I talk about: acting, directing, and editing. They're the topic that I've been doing for the last 35 years of my life. And these shows are giving me the ability to show you behind the scenes of how this business works, in humor, with humor. And so I'm finding that I have just discovered that artificial intelligence to generate the video that a lot of people are abusing here online. And again, it's beta. It's not for, big screen movie theater work. It's not for even for network television work. It's not for cable television work, but it's beautiful for what we do here on YouTube. I've made that first vertical series. I'm almost at 60 micro episodes. So I asked you to go take a look at it. I'm getting great responses. A lot of people are watching it. And the next one I'm creating is horizontal. That's the one I'm talking about, Sheila P., who is an actress. You can go on my channel and you can find that too. It's a great opportunity to create content. You still have to pay for the use of the artificial intelligence to generate the video, but I've found a number of ways to get around some of the problems. The only problem that I have not been able to solve yet is the problem of consistent characters. Sometimes the characters are very consistent, and then other times they start putting in artificial intelligence starts putting in different characters, or they'll change the race, or they'll change the sex, or they'll change the everything, the clothes, the way the person looks. So you still have that big limitation, but the majority of the time, it gives me something close that's usable. So I'm pushing forward and I'm learning so much. I've even started editing that content. I started creating smaller pieces to fix issues that the artificial intelligence creates when it goes wild, when it goes rogue and does what it wants and not what I ask it to do. And yes, I'm spending money, but it's nothing compared to the money I spent when I work with real actors. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to work with real actors. I'm still moving forward with my projects that include and are driven by real actors, but I don't have to stop creating. I'm going to create both. I've even started mixing in real footage that I've shot with the artificially generated footage. So I'm getting really creative with it. And you can do the same thing. As I move forward and I create more of these, I'm going to do some videos, more videos like this one, talking about how I'm using artificial intelligence to create series here on YouTube. My first exclusive series is Tammy, the writer actress. Go take a look at it on my channel. Follow the link below to my channel and look in the playlist area. You'll find it. And I've been also creating some episodes that are leading up to another series about an working actress here in Hollywood called Sheila P. And you'll find that on my channel too. So take a look at those two. I have more in the works. I've even created a artificial intelligence series based on a movie that I produced a number of years ago called Willa May, the Hunter, about vampires with humor. Willa May. And I've created a video, artificial intelligence video micro series based on that. So that's just started. I'm only like 3 episodes in, but you'll find that on my channel also. So look at some of the artificial intelligence content I'm creating. I'm actually using this artificial intelligence video to create watchable content. Watchable content for exclusive series here on YouTube. I hope you take a look at some of it. I'm sure other people are doing the same thing. It's not like I said, this has only been around, 2 years? Not even 2 years. It hasn't been usable for and maybe it's been usable for a year to do what I'm doing. So you can do the same thing. But I'm enjoying the ability to move forward by using these new tools. Again, artificial intelligence is a tool. It will take away some people's jobs. But the world moves on. It's called progress, and there's nothing we can do about it. Embrace it, learn it, use it. That's what I'm doing. It has its flaws. It has its setbacks. It has its frustration, high level of frustration. But use it because it is the future. I watched a documentary last night about general artificial intelligence. Now that's the next level where there are companies, one's in England, one prominent one, and general artificial intelligence is superior to what we have now because you can give it a problem and it will work on it on its own. That's simple. Just like if you have an employee and you say, Bill, You're in the accounting department. Here are the documents. Go solve this accounting issue we have. Our general artificial intelligence, they're trying to build it so it can think like we do. It can problem solve on the fly. It can recognize things and go beyond what we ask it to do. It can generate prompts on its own and give you potential solutions for problems that you didn't even see that were there. So they're working on it. It's not here. They've made some steps to it where they've made some good progress. This documentary was just in, I guess it was in the last Sundance. I saw it on YouTube. It's called Thinking, I can't even remember the title, but a documentary about thinking, artificial intelligence, actually thinking, general artificial intelligence. If you look it up on Google, you'll find the correct title. And if I can remember, I'll put it in the notes below. But there are a lot of information online about general artificial intelligence. Look that up. You should be aware of that too. That's the next stage. That's the next stage where the artificial intelligence will be solving problems and giving us answers that we don't even know. We don't ask the question. You don't even have to ask the question. And it will be working on things that it thinks of its own. Now that gets a little bit scary. A lot of people are potentially afraid of that. Now that gets something that does get a little bit, wait a minute. If this program will start thinking about why humans have so many problems, they may come up with some answers to solve those problems that we don't like. So that's going down the long road. But general artificial intelligence is on the way. I don't know when it's going to get here. Might not get here in my lifetime. If you're 20, it might not even get here in your lifetime. But it is on the way. From what we see of what we have now, there's no doubt that general artificial intelligence is on its way. So that's just something for you to think about, learn more about it. But our current artificial intelligence, use it. Use it. Make it part of the work you do. Whatever work you do, there's some kind of way that it can help you. And it has access, the bottom line is it has access to all the information. No one of us as humans can carry all that information in our head. That's what's the beauty of it. We can't carry it all around. We have to look and find stuff. Many people can hold more knowledge than others, but artificial intelligence has access to everything we know. And that's why it is helpful for whatever work you do. So make it part of this is for everybody. Make it part of what you do. And you will make yourself more valuable to your company. Even if it's just a minor way that you can suggest that they can use it. You're going to get pushback. A lot of people don't want to hear about this, especially a lot of people in academics. They don't want to hear about artificial intelligence. They don't even know how to use it correctly to teach young people yet. That's another frustrating bit to me. I saw some programs, one of the most successful artificial intelligence programs, supposedly for high schoolers and middle schoolers, and it was crap. It was crap. Some kindergarten flashing colors, and they asked the person who invented it why he thought it was going to be successful. Oh, because it's got flashy lights, and it's got colors, and it's got stripes and patterns. Kids need to learn what's real. That's why so many of our youth get out of high school and can't work or not able to be employed because in high school we didn't learn valuable stuff that we needed to make it in the real world. They want to teach you about all kinds of crap. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but if you know whatever side you're on, you know the crap they're teaching kids. There's no point in teaching them that stuff in school. Kids need to learn real world skills that will help them be employable or start their own business. Everybody's not going to start their own business. Most people are going to work for someone. So you need skills that make you a valuable employee. And they need to learn real artificial intelligence, not some candy-coated crap that some knucklehead invents so he can sell it to school systems because he has a foot in or a connection somehow with the buyers in school systems. They need to learn the software that's being used now in business. That's what they need to learn. Prompt writing, how to understand what this software can do, how to use it effectively to get the answers that their company or their employer needs. Put yourself in that position and you will be valuable. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to get back to that. I love this topic and it's something that I'm passionate about, so I will be talking more about that. But thanks for stopping by. Go to my channel, check out the series I'm doing, look at the playlist. You'll even find some of my series here, especially the vertical ones, in the shorts, because that's where I post them. Exclusively right here on YouTube. I've been advertising them on other social media, but leading back to YouTube. That's the only place I'm posting it right here. Exclusive YouTube content, because I think more creators who are interested in creating entertainment content like I am should be going down this path. In addition to what you're already doing, but